what I thought before was a good idea has turned now into a bright idea. I've been cutting pieces of canvas and making a sketch pad out of them, an oil sketch pad canvas. I said I'd get back to you about how that works. One good thing about it is then when I've done something that hasn't turned into anything I'd want to keep, all I need to do is gesso it, and I can put something useful on the canvas if I want. I guess I'm doing this a bit too quickly for doing it well, but it's what I can do over an oil painting to recover the use of it. You get the idea. Put that somewhere to dry. This has been very helpful for being in the field, carrying along extra canvases off the roll. I learned that I can make the difference between a sketch and a study. A sketch is something that you just do on the spot, trying to capture something of the painting for later, not paying attention to detail. And a study is focusing down on some particular aspect of that, what you're looking at, and determining on location what colors you might be using. This is also very helpful for that. I could list the colors I used, and now when I'm working on the real painting that I want to end up with, I could refer to my study if I want, my sketch if I want, or my study, or what I've learned from them will be reflected in what I actually end up doing. I'm working on let me know I needed a bigger canvas, for one thing. And I can collect the different studies that I do on this instead of having a rack of paintings somewhere that aren't really for any purpose. I've been reading a book, Blue and Yellow Don't Make Green, which has been very interesting. It led to some color mixing with the intent of finding out what colors actually do when you mix them. Neutralized colors, clear colors, grays and neutral colors. I didn't have exactly the colors they were using, so my product turned out differently than theirs did. But I got the idea. It was actually very useful to do. And they said something that was interesting enough to share with you. They're discussing this truth, quote unquote. Through mixing the primaries, all other colors can be produced, which is often what you hear. But they say, again, this is patently incorrect. It all stems from the fact that the primaries have been considered as being pure colors, whereas in fact such colors do not exist. We might think that we can imagine what they would look like, but as yet we have not seen them. They are only ideas. One day the paint manufacturers will give us really pure primaries, and then we will be able to produce a complete range from one tube each of red, yellow, and blue. If the day ever does arrive when we discover pigments that only reflect a very limited range of color waves, they will be virtually useless for mixing purposes, since we will only ever get darks from them. And this book is a discussion of that idea. The idea that colors are only an idea is very interesting to me. So I have been studying, doing a bit of oil painting besides the watercolor and inking I've been doing. Thanks for listening.